All right, kicking off our 2024 CVC Fall Sports Media Days is the Lutheran West Cross Country team. Coach, I'm going to let you introduce yourself, introduce the athlete you brought with you, and then just give us an overview. What can we expect out of the Longhorns on the course this season?
You betcha. Thanks a lot. My name is Tom Reckley. It's my second year with the Longhorn Cross Country program. I've been coaching about 38 years in various and sundry sports. And then we brought along a freshman, Jackson Heisner, who had a really, really great season last year as an eighth grader, and expecting big things for him over the next 4 years.
I know we talked briefly in the green room there, just not a big squad this year, but are you hoping to kind of take what you have and just kind of show some improvement throughout the season?
Exactly. Last year it was interesting coming in at the last minute, and we really didn't have any summer miles. And it was even difficult to field a full guys high school team. We only had 2 girls high school runners. And this year, at least, we know we're going to be able to field a full boys team. And we're going to be hopefully up to 3, 4, maybe 5 girls. So at least it's a movement in the right direction as far as size is concerned.
Well, that's great. And, again, quality over quantity every day of the week, but it always helps to have those numbers to kind of help build the program. Is that something that you're imparting on the kids, that they need to kind of go out and recruit the hallways and get their friends to run?
Sure. We talk about that fairly regularly. And the nice thing is, as far as the guys team is concerned, we have 0 seniors. And so that does at least give a little potential for growth and stuff. And I think when we have people who are excited about running like Jackson come in and kind of maybe spread like a good cancer, it's got to signify good things coming in the future for Lutheran Cross.
Outstanding. Coach, I'll come back to you after I talk to Jackson. Jackson, being a freshman coming in, your first team event is a CVC Media Day. How nerve-wracking is it to kind of know that Coach has that much faith in you that you're going to come out and say the right things, and he's looking forward to a big season out of you this year?
It's exciting. I think I'll have a lot of fun this year, and it should be a lot of fun.
Coach said you had a great 8th grade year. The distance obviously is a little bit farther in high school. How have you kind of adapted to that here in the off season as you're preparing for the first race?
I've been working with a lot of trainers, and I've been going to some camps that I've been going to for the past couple of years now, and it's been preparing me pretty well overall. And I've also been running with the team a little bit, getting to know all those guys. And I think we're all really prepared for this next upcoming season.
Have you timed yourself yet on the 5K?
I've done a little bit of timing. My PR is 18:57.
Okay. So what are you hoping to accomplish this year as a freshman?
I usually like to keep my goals personal to myself.
Okay. Talk a little bit about the guys on the team. Who are some of the guys that have kind of helped you settle in as a freshman, and some of the guys that you're excited about to see what they can accomplish this year?
I'm definitely excited to see what Nigel Copeland can accomplish this year. He was on a great trajectory last year. He was PRing in a lot of the races, and I think he can just accomplish so much more. Another one of them is Jacob Reynolds. He was injured for half of last season, and I think he can really come out and run really well.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, Nigel was an honorable mention all CVC performer last year, so he had a nice season. But all right, what do you look at when you see the team? What do you think the ceiling is for that team? How much can that team accomplish?
I think the ceiling can be really high. I think that a lot of teams will look at us like we're the underdogs, but we can surprise a lot of people, I think.
And from your perspective, when you're out there on the course, what do you think about? Is it something where you're just focused on the runners, or do you let your mind wander? How do you manage the grind of a race?
I focus on all the little things. So like my form, I'll go through that. And then I'll also focus on oh, this person's ahead of me. I'll try and catch up to them and see how long I can stay with them and things like that.
All right. Well, Jackson, appreciate you being here, and good luck to you this year in your freshman campaign.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, back to you. We talked about a couple of the other guys on the team. Who are some of the guys and girls that have impressed you in the preseason?
Well, it's nice to know that this year we're coming in with a few more miles than we did last year. Last year, I don't want to say that the team miles were zero total, but it was kind of close to that, with the exception of Jackson, because Jackson, as you heard, has been training regularly now for a few years, which is awesome to have as kind of a core. At least a little bit of a foundation there. But this year we're coming in with a few more miles. We handed out logs at the beginning of the summer and got some of them back, and at least there weren't a bunch of blanks. We got some numbers in there, and I think that's going to provide us with at least a little bit of start when we get going now with the actual competitive part of the season.
Everybody wants to send as many kids to state as possible, and I'm sure that's your goal as well. But there's also little goals along the way that you want your kids to accomplish. What are some of those things that you look for more important than, just getting to state?
Well, I think, getting to state, obviously it would be really, really cool. But at this stage, we need people to get out of district. And right. So, ideally, we get a team that qualifies, because in our district, the number of teams that qualify to regional is pretty big. I mean, I think it's 6 or 7 this year. So, I think we have an outside chance to do that if people put their nose to the grindstone and stay consistent over the next 10 or 12 weeks. But if we can't get the team there, at least get 1 or 2 individuals to district, because we've got to start showing that that's possible, and then just building off of that for the future. So one small step at a time, but really the whole process is the important stuff. And the fact that we put in some summer miles this year as opposed to almost 0 last year, that's a great start.
Outstanding. All right. And just lastly, the Chagrin Valley Conference, really tough conference for cross country. We send a lot of kids to the state meet, had a lot of podium finishers. How does that kind of help from your perspective as a coach, just knowing that, hey, these kids are going to see a lot of great competition throughout the season, and it's going to prepare them for the postseason?
Sure. I mean, you always want to be able to compete against the best, right? And you compare yourself against yourself, but you also have to know what it takes to be good and know what greatness looks like. So, as you said, the CVC is known around for producing some pretty solid cross-country folk. So, it's just nice to have that around us. It gives us that extra motivation to try to achieve something that maybe hasn't been done in the past here at Lutheran West.
Outstanding. All right, Coach and Jackson, I appreciate you being here to kick off our CVC Fall Sports Media Day Tour, and best of luck to you both this season.
Thank you, Mr. Hare. Have a great rest of your day.